2015, Dr. Bevan Elliott created, I believe, he's actually pioneering a new way to make all of us healthier. Here's how he wants to do that. He wants to increase the amount of energy that your cells produce. Why is that important? Well, doesn't everything take energy? I mean, really, if I go in your house right now and I start turning down your current, wouldn't your light start to dim? Wouldn't your appliances start to malfunction? And ultimately, if I kept going, they stop working all together, right? Okay. Well, that's kind of how your body is as you go through life. You start out early on with a lot of what's called mitochondria. That coincides with when you had all that energy, you ran, you jumped, you played, mama had to yell at you and tell you to stop running through the house. You kind of remember then. But lately, not so much, right? We lose that youthful energy as we get older. You know why? Because we've been losing mitochondria. Here's why that's happening. It's happening because of not just aging, but diseases you encounter along the way, for example. If you got COVID, you lost some mitochondria, probably didn't get them all back. You know, high blood pressure, high blood sugar, all those things damage and exhaust mitochondria. Um, the list goes long. Even common things you put on your lawn, Roundup, for example, kills mitochondria. So by the time you get to be about 60, you've probably lost half your mitochondria on your way to 7, 8, 5, or 10% by the time you're 80 or 90. Now, let's focus on what was happening in your body while that's going on. Our bodies aren't working as well. How can it? On less energy, right? That's why often you don't see as well. Maybe you're needing fine print or get a magnifying glass to read it, right? Or night vision is the issue, loss of mitochondria. How about that strength and stamina? You have figured out that you're not as strong as you used to be, maybe not as flexible, might have a few more aches and pains, right? That has to do with mitochondria as well. How about the way your brain works? You know, are you remembering everything as crisply? A lot of people are not. It takes a lot of power to drive your brain. It's about 2% of your body weight takes 20% of the energy. Okay? The list goes on. How about the way you manage your systems, your blood pressure, your blood sugar, your weight? Loss of mitochondria can make it more challenging. And your immune system is supposed to protect us, right, from everything. Well, how can it do as good a job if it's lost substantial amounts of that energy that it needs to protect you with? Long story short, it cannot. So here at MoreMito, what we've been exploring for the last going on 11 years is what can happen when you restore mitochondria. Dr. Elliott created this special technology to do that. It's called XDS, that stands for Exponential Delivery System. And what it's doing is reorganizing the molecules of all those ingredients that you see on our product label so they don't just get into your bloodstream. They got to get all the way into your mitochondria where the real magic can happen. That technology is in our product line that's called UltraMito as an ultra mitochondria. And that is what Dale is going to come back and talk to you about. Dale.
Thank you, Roger. Listen, everybody, the first product I want to mention is called Rejuvenate. It's our topical cream, and it's for your skin from head to toe. Put it in your hair, massage it into your scalp. It's for anything that disturbs your skin. That could be a scratch, a scrape, a cut, a bump, a mole, a blemish, anything. We've got testimonials in the back office about the impact it's had on severe varicose veins, on cellulite, stretch marks, even the lines on your face. And it does all the things it does because of the way it works. It doesn't just sit on your skin. It soaks through your skin. It soaks down to the bone, helps with your ligaments, your tendons, your muscles, and your joints. And I mean your back joints, your knee joints, in your hands. And listen, if you or anybody you know has a condition in your hands or feet that can start as tingling and become incredibly severe, you're going to find that Rejuvenate becomes your go-to product for everything I just mentioned. Listen to the testimonials. Get the knowledge. They're absolutely astounding. Next, I want to talk about Restore. Restore 3.0. It's our first third-generation product, and Dr. Bevan has truly created something incredible using a base of two ancient superfoods, olive oil with olive leaf and black seed oils. They've both been used for thousands of years because of the benefits they provide to the human condition. They mention olive oil in the Bible. They found black seed when they opened King Tut's tomb. But Dr. Bevan takes several elements of each and uses them in a special way. With olive oil, he uses several elements to tune up and detoxify your cells. while increasing your mitochondria. Now, that's the unique thing. That's the unique to us. Only we have it. Only we do it. Gosh, that's our name. MoreMito, short for mitochondria. Dr. Bevan realized you've been losing mitochondria all your life. Since you were a kid, it's been dying off. You're lucky to have 50% in your 50s, maybe 10% in your 70s or 80s. And he realized if we can increase the mitochondria back the way it did before life and the environment started tearing your body down. And he uses black seed to increase your energy, but it's cellular energy. It's steady, it's strong. There's no jitters. It's not like a hit of caffeine or sugar with a big, hit followed by a deep valley crash. Cellular energy is steady. Imagine being able to start and complete a task without a need to rest. Or how about the disappearance of any brain fog or something strenuous like a long bike ride that has a short recovery time? Cellular energy is steady, and that means you live life to its fullest on your terms without a need to sit on a couch and watch it all pass you by. And I've only mentioned 2 of the 44 ingredients Dr. Bevan has blended to create Restore. The blending is critical. Dr. Bevan will tell you if you take a handful of vitamins, you'd be not a complete waste, overpowered and canceled out by other things in that handful of vitamins. Everything has to be in the right proportions, and then it takes XDS to get it through deep into your body so your body can use it like nothing it's ever used before. So, gosh, there's 44 ingredients in Restore. We're not talking about dumping some things in a pot, stirring it up, and putting it in a bottle. It takes 8 weeks to create a bottle of Restore. And that's part of the reason it does these incredible, unique things you're about to hear. Next, I want to talk about Renew. It's our newest product. Listen, some of the things we need to have to increase our mitochondria can't be delivered in a liquid base. So Dr. Bevan has created these small capsules with these additional dry ingredients to increase your mitochondria. Renew, brain and body, stands on the shoulders of Rejuvenate and Restore. It helps with blood flow in the legs, in the brain. It helps with the firing of the synapses in the brain. Again, the disappearance of that brain fog. So just a phenomenal product that completes the triad of these 3 products to increase your mitochondria. But we did not forget one of the most important members of the family, the pets that we own. Listen, they suffer just like we do. If you've got a dog that can hardly walk up and down the stairs, just hobble, you may have a cat that's become lethargic, just lays around and hacks up fur balls all day. Look, animals also suffer from the loss of their mitochondria. You want to bring a dog back to puppy stage, a cat back to kitten stage, then you give them Petlife, created specifically for animals, and it has a huge impact, a quick impact on their mitochondria. So 4 products: Rejuvenate, Restore 3.0, Renew Brain and Body, and Petlife. There is nothing like what these products can do. And to hear more about that, I'm going to turn the call back over to Roger. Roger, take it away.
Thank you, Dale.
Make sure that you have your pens and paper so you can take notes and something to drink. You don't want to miss it.
Enhanced mitochondria can. That's been the topic of conversation this week between me and Dr. Dan Stalloway. You know him as a regular on our call out of Oklahoma City. And he's been in the field for decades. Nothing has escaped his notice. Been on the radio there and doing podcasts now. So, Dr. Dan, I don't see him at the top, Dale. Do you have him?
I got him. He's open.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Dr. Dan, what's critical to know about this topic? We're talking about like growing mitochondria. Got something on doctors, supplement companies, and drug companies. What's up with that?
Well, you said it right. As a radio talk show host for 25 years, I interviewed most of the top experts in the country. A lot of them were supplement companies, had spokespeople and stuff along that line. And I saw some pretty good things. And I had a person that wanted to be a partner with me. He wanted to put up $5 million and do my radio show across the country and have my own nutrition line. That was about the time I met Roger. And I had designed two lines of product, which was easy to do. I was just taking the best stuff out there and throwing them together. But even then, it wouldn't do what I started seeing Dr. Elliott's product do. And I was in an ethical and monetary conflict there, because I would love to make the money and do the radio show and across the United States. But I couldn't do what Dr. Elliott was doing. I couldn't get those kind of results, and I hadn't seen. I've seen some pretty great results, but not like what I was seeing now. And they kept getting more and more and more extreme as they improved and added more things to the XDS technology. And there isn't a supplement out there. There's people that throw in a few things like PPQ and stuff that is good for the mitochondria. It doesn't get the kind of results we do without the XDS. This product wouldn't be much, but with the XDS, it's radically different than everything else. And when you increase the energy, like you said in the beginning, Roger, when you increase the energy, now the body has the ability to take care of itself. The mitochondria directly interacts with the nucleus of the cell, which regulates the cell, keeping it healthy and avoiding cancer when the nucleus breaks down. But keeping that nucleus healthy and repairing itself all takes energy. And it's amazing to me. I mean, literally, knock my socks off, seeing the things that are happening when we keep upping the energy of the mitochondria, and then also protecting it from free radicals. There's a lot of free radical production in the production of energy, and to keep that under control, messaging, all these different things that the products do. We're seeing life-changing things I've never seen before. So it's easy to understand why medicine can't do it. Medicine always takes one little thing so it can patent it, and then it really usually in my opinion, hits it with too much, so it has negative side effects down the line on the body, while at the same time it's trying to knock out a symptom. Well, supplements are trying to support things, but they don't have the XDS technology to be able to really get things down deep into the cell. I mean, I used to take $600, $800 worth of products that companies would give me every month. And with all those powerful products, I still didn't get anything like the kind of results. And I don't believe you would either. Even with a lot of much higher dosage without the XDS technology, driving it down into the mitochondria, delivering it into it. Very hard to do. Remember, in a muscle cell, you may have, if you're healthy, you may have 1,000 mitochondria in one little muscle fiber, one little muscle cell. Well, that means that mitochondria is extremely tiny. Getting it to the cell is one thing, and even getting it into the cell, then getting into the tiny, tiny mitochondria cell, which is the size of a bacteria. In there is next to impossible of any significant degree until the XDS technology came along. So that's why we're seeing results that you would never see before. You wouldn't see people with cerebral palsy doing well now. You wouldn't see people that lost their eyesight and coming back. You wouldn't see people that lost their memory for 10, 15 years, and all of a sudden in 9 days their memory comes back. All these things that you wouldn't see before. People on dialysis that are off dialysis, just one thing after another you wouldn't see before without the XDS technology. And without the mitochondria creating more mitochondria, as well as energizing and making the mitochondria have healthy. Because when mitochondria breaks down faster than it's being repaired, it creates a toxic effect. But if you make it healthy, it removes that toxic effect. And that toxic effect can bring on cancer and everything else. But when you remove that negative effect of breaking down and making energized, healthy mitochondria, then the cells thrive. As the cells thrive, so do you. I'll get back to you, Roger.
That's a good note. As your cells thrive, so do you. So what kind of things can happen that we weren't used to seeing? All right? Anybody got any thinning hair? Or they have maybe a bald spot, all right? In our Rejuvenate. There's a gentleman in there, you see the shop in the back of his head, he's got this bald spot, and in the two pictures beside it, his hair is growing in. Here's the story behind that. I'm looking at two pictures here, John, and in one of them, you got a slick bald spot, and the other one, you got hair growing over that spot. What happened?
Well, those pictures aren't in reverse order. You got, yeah. I looked up, somebody took a picture of me from behind. I couldn't believe it, like from the back of me. And I was like, boy, that male pattern baldness is really creeping up on me. So I started taking the Rejuvenate and just rubbing it on my scalp. And that's about 3 months. It's just 3 months difference. So within 3 months, I've got, I went from a growing, shiny male pattern baldness spot to hair's filling in real nicely there. So pretty happy with the Rejuvenate on the scalp.
Outstanding. Thank you for sharing that.
Thanks everybody too.
So things can wake up. Things that might have been dormant, things you might have lost, thought weren't going to come back. But that's not all. Somebody on this line right now has got loose teeth, you got cavities, you're trying to get to the dentist, might not have the insurance in place yet. Jerry Francois had a loose tooth. We didn't believe that we could do anything to affect this kind of thing, but we got evidence to the contrary today. Jerry Francois up in New York.
Yeah, Jerry Francois is here. Hi, how are you? Hi to the Mito family. I have a testimony to make. I have started using the Restore. Well, I heard Roger said to shake it up in the mouth, right? And I only started it a week ago. I had my rear left molar on the left side was loose for months, and I didn't want to take out the tooth. I kept it there because it wasn't paining me. And I heard you all had a testimony. I think the person was above a writing age, and they said they go back their teeth. Well, that is not loose anymore. It's firm in the gum. It's firm in the gum. And also I had some cavities to the right side. I realized when I'm eating, I'm not feeling any pain, like food in the cavities. It's not there anymore.
How long did it take you to notice a difference in your teeth as you, for everyone else to understand? You swishing the oil around in his mouth.
Like well, I heard this from you. I heard you say twist it around and about. Like within about 4 days.
Yeah. So for the audience, we had people starting to report that their teeth were growing back, all kinds of stuff. So the first time I heard it was like
growing
crazy.
back, guys.
Okay. But people kept reporting that. And more people like Jerry started trying it. Right? And you have cavities filling themselves, loose teeth getting solid, the implants not falling out. All of that stuff can happen. So, if you've got that kind of situation, switch this stuff around and see what happens.
All right. Thank you.
So, let me put it in perspective this way. We make no attempt at MoreMito to diagnose, treat, or cure diseases. Everything we're talking about for your information, and part of the information is that we have a higher concept. And we're exploring today what happens when you regrow mitochondria. What kinds of effects can that have on your health? Now, another one is weight loss. I know we got hundreds of people on here, as we always do. Somebody would like to lose some weight. Someone's been considering a GLP-1 inhibitor like Ozempic. And typically, you don't have one issue, you got a lot of issues. So how do you address all of that in a natural, healthy way? Sharon Fraley can help us out with that. I have the pleasure of speaking with Sharon Fraley. Sharon, I interviewed you last year. Really, you didn't have any specific health concerns, but your vision just was popped. It was amazing. You got all the energy. But since you were only 3 days in, you hadn't had any time to lose weight. So I'm just curious, what has happened with regards to your weight since then?
Well, let's see, since I've been on the MoreMito, my weight has went down tremendously. I've been able to keep it down, and people are asking me, what am I doing? People are saying to me, Sharon, you look good. What happened? And I tell them it's the MoreMito product. And so when I first started taking the MoreMito product, as I mentioned to you over a year ago, I had so much energy, my eyesight changed, and then the weight, and it just started like falling off. And so I could tell how my clothes were fitting, and I was not going to the gym. Okay, so I have been able to tell people I was not going to the gym for that whole year of taking the product, and I just recently started going to the gym because the weight came off, and your skin is loose, and you just want to tone up. But also with the MoreMito product too, those sugar craves that I used to have, and the appetite, it changed it. So my taste bud changed, and so also not doing sodas, not doing processed foods, a lot of sugars and things like that was the extra on top of taking the MoreMito with the weight coming off so fast. And when I tell people this is a natural Ozempic, you don't need those types of things. When you change your eating habits and you go on the product, the MoreMito product, this is your Ozempic. I'm a witness. I know what happened to me.
So did y'all hear all of her testimonials? Awesome. Just by her getting on the products.
So you get cravings. That's coming from your gut. Gut bacteria are calling for more of that stuff you shouldn't eat. Okay? Restore your mitochondria, support those organs, including your gut. And you get this emotional intelligence. You get control of those cravings that might have driven you to eat more than you wanted to. Oh, yeah, while we fix your vision, while we add it, give you a lot of energy to go along with that emotional intelligence, including improving your asthma or whatever other issue you got. Because your body's trying to fix that. Okay, already. It's not like we had to do anything different than bring back that mitochondrial energy. Okay, so we've been pleasantly surprised.
Anybody that's watching, if you have questions, you're welcome to put your questions in the comments so we can get your questions answered.
Dr. Dan, if you listen to his interview, and it's available to you in your back office under Share MoreMito Info, and if you don't have one of those, they're free. You can get one. He talks about how he, on the 28th day of our first generation technology, he went from doing 60 push-ups to like 85, goes on subsequently to do, said 85 or 100 or something like that, okay? You get a lot stronger. A.J. Jones, down in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, went down there and hung out with A.J. He's got a kiosk in the mall, sells our stuff along with the rest of his products. He had an amazing experience that he's going to recount this for you in a minute, where he was working out younger in life, decided he'd come back. Look at the difference in his strength at such an advance. AJ, Frank Provenzano tells me that you made some significant progress with your fitness. Tell me about it.
Well, wow. What can I say? Where can I start? Well, like I mentioned to you before, I used to bodybuild a little bit back in the days when I was younger. I'm 61 now, and I pretty much stopped working out since 1994. Been extremely inconsistent, but I joined the YMCA about a year and a half ago, and been extremely inconsistent. Didn't have the energy, the desire, or the endurance, or the strength that I used to have. So I noticed a change since I've been taking the Restore, Roger. Go back into the gym after a couple of weeks of taking it, and I noticed that I had extremely great endurance. My strength had pretty much doubled from what I was working out with. I normally just use the machine, and I normally go with like 70 pounds, so I'm up to like a 140, probably up to like 205 now. So I tried something unique the other night. I've never been a guy that likes to work my legs too much, so I tried working my legs on the little press machine, and I started with like 45 pounds times 3, what is that, 120, 135, 270, plus 118. So that was probably like, I guess, close to 400 pounds. So nevertheless, within about 5 minutes, I kept increasing the weight, and it blew my mind. I was actually up to like 748 pounds on a leg press machine 10 times. Now, Roger, I've never done that in my life.
Those of y'all that work out?
What was your best, AJ, on that machine?
On that particular machine, probably like 350.
So your previous best was 350. And tell me again what you did the other day.
748 pounds. And I would have increased it, but I got a little frightened that, it didn't have a spotter in there, so I got a little frightened. So I'm sure I probably could have added another 2 more barbells, which is another 90 pounds to that. I just didn't want to overdo it, but I was so amazed. I had to make a video of this, so I guess you see the video floating around now from Frank. But yeah, the
I can't wait to see that video.
Giving me a lot of stamina and endurance, and I call it super strength.
Okay. What would you have to say to anybody looking to increase their physical strength with respect to this technology?
Well, you got to use the product, and you have to use the product properly. You have to use it correct. You can't use it one day and not use it. I take 4 milliliters per day, every single day. Never missed a day since November the 16th, 2023 is when I got started on the product. And I might occasionally increase it, maybe 5 milliliters or 6 milliliters. I don't worry about the price when it comes down to my health. And the product has helped me
health is important.
more than one.
Price
one
makes
aspect.
makes no difference.
My vision is better. I think we talked about that on one of your calls. So my vision is about 96% better now. So I would recommend keep taking the product. Don't be stingy with it. It's your health. You can't put a price on your health. But it's the best product I've ever used.
And even though he mentioned Restore, he's taken all 3 products because they're all formulated to work together. Okay.
It is pertinent to more than just athletes who want to run faster, jump higher, be stronger, right? More than that. If you're in a walker, for example, and you got to rock back and forth to get up momentum to stand up, I know you may have seen people do that. How about you just stand right up? Okay? Or if you like to cycle like I do, and you get on this technology, you sit in a lower seat, like in a sedan or something, maybe in a car, you go to stand up. It feels like something's pushing you up. Or maybe it's in your eyes. Or maybe you're in bed because you've been medicated for cancer, and it is totally taking your strength away. You can't do anything, and you don't want to.
Body is possible to build your mitochondria up so your body can be healthy.
Yeah. And it's like 3:59, and she's like, it's 4 o'clock this week, not 5. Because we were talking about the clocks going back. So
this is Mick in Ireland.
And I'm so happy about it.
We ship all over.
I love listening to these stories. But listen, my name is Mick McQuillan. As Roger says, myself, my wife, we've got this amazing business called Pets in Ireland. And of course, we're Ireland's largest, most recommended, most trusted in-home pet care company. Been around for about a decade and a half, delivered well over 500,000 pet care services. But what that business really does is it helps pet owners feel better about something that they feel bad about with their pets, whether it's leaving them for long periods of time, asking friends and family, whatever it is. And that's what we really do. We help pet owners feel like the best pet owner in the world by giving them a less hassle, less stress service. And that's what this product did for me, right? Because I was suffering with my pet. I was watching my dog Coco. Now, you've probably heard my story before. Maybe you haven't if you're new for the first time. But I was struggling. I was watching my dog. She's dragging herself up the stairs. She's like 12 years old. She's like nearly 30 kilos. She's not small. She's a big dog. And she's dragging herself up the stairs with her front legs. Her back legs are just kind of acting like stabilizers. I'm watching her. I'm feeling really bad about it. I'm wondering what can I do? And I'm thinking, do we go down the vet route? We've done that before. We didn't really like the outcomes that we were getting from it. So we were looking. I was looking for something, to help me feel better about it. Not to mention her, and came across this amazing company. We reached out. They sent us this little care package, and we gave it to Coco at 10 o'clock one Sunday morning. At 5 o'clock that night, she just ran up the stairs. So Kate and I were in the kitchen. We watched this, and we just looked at each other. We weren't sure what we'd seen. It was like unbelievable. And then the next day, it just kept getting better. She was running around, jumping around. It was crazy. And it just made me feel better about something that I was feeling bad about. What did it do for her? It must have made her feel like $1 million. Kate said she just looked happier, and it was just amazing. And that's why we love it so much. That's why we share it, and, we've got customers, that use this product, and the results that they get is just incredible. And these little creatures, they can't tell you any fibs. They can't tell you any lies. So we know that it's working, and it's just beautiful. And if you're a pet owner and you maybe feel like me and you're looking at your pet and you feel bad about something that's happening for them, and you're not sure what to do, well, just give this a try. I can't guarantee how it's going to work or what it's going to do. But give it a try, and Dale will tell you about the guarantees that come with it and everything else. I'm sure he's going to get into all of that. But, there's literally nothing for you to lose. In fact, what this did for me was it gave my dog Coco more years in her life, but it also gave her more life in her years. It was incredible. So I recommend this to anybody. There's even people who are using this to rub it on their eyes and stuff like that. I mean, I used it myself to rub it on my eyes, to rub it on my head, do all these things, rub it on my knees, my ankles and, my joints. And, look, I've just had amazing results with it. I love it so much. Now, the brain and body, Roger, I need to tell you a quick story about that. I was using my brain and body this week, right? I took it in the morning. So I drive around with this stuff in my car. I've got the Restore, I've got the Rejuvenate, I've got the brain and body. I had it just in the back of my car and I grabbed it the other day. I took 2 in the morning, and then in the afternoon I took another 2. And do you know the funny thing is that when I woke up the next morning, I was so much more alert. Like I didn't wake up kind of sleepy or anything else like that. Like I normally get up early in the morning anyway, and I'm normally kind of just, get a cup of coffee and everything else. But this morning, I was like literally buzzing. I was ready for work right away. I wanted to get out. I felt more motivated. So, I took it again that next morning. I was afraid to take it again because I didn't think I'd get any sleep. But the funny thing is, I was sleeping better as well.
A lot of energy.
Look, I don't know how these products are going to work for you, and if you're here for the first time and you're listening in and you're wondering what this is all about, reach out to that person who invited you to this call and ask them what your next steps are. If any, they're going to be able to tell you. They're going to show you where to go and what to do and how to get started and all the benefits that are going to come with that. Well, Roger, Dale, thank you so much.
The next step is to create your free customer website. So if somebody else referred you, you want to get back with the person that referred you. If you weren't referred by else, but you I invited you, you saw one of my shows on whichever social media site that I was on, then you will go to https:// MoreMito MoreMito.com/joining joining/S Alford SALFORD /2. It is also in the comments.
It's just a privilege, and I'm proud to be associated.
But again, if somebody else referred you, then you'll get back with the person that referred you. If they are a MoreMito customer, then you'll get back with them, because it's only fair that if they share information, because like we have people from all over that send people to the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, because we have the different testimonials. We have tons of playlists. So regardless of what you're dealing with, you may be dealing with cancer, you may be dealing with something with your eyes, you name it. We have different playlists on the different ailments, but then we also have tools and training under there. And so it's geared for everybody. So it doesn't make a difference whether you're connected to me or you're connected to somebody else. The Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie on YouTube is geared for everybody. And remember, when you go on there, make sure you subscribe, right? So that YouTube can put that in front of many other people. So again, to create your free customer website, it's in the description and on every social media site that I'm on. If you have questions, you can put it in the comments, or you can text your questions to 817-320-2571. If you need to speak with me, you can text me, and we can schedule a time to speak that works for you and myself. Don't just call me, because I do have schedules, and a lot of times that will throw me off my schedule. So if you'll text me, if you give me that much respect, then I can give you enough respect to schedule a time that'll work for you and myself, so that I can pay full attention and we can get you the health knowledge that you need.
There's not a single supplement on the market that grows them back. It only happens here, right? But when we do that, major things can happen. We can give you a few examples of them. They're too numerous. You can go back and list all the rest of our calls and see many, many more. But the bottom line is, when we do this with this special technology that's been developed by scientist Dr. Elliott, it makes your cells work better. This technology is in 3 products. It's in a product called Restore. It's an oil-based product, 2 superfoods that is based, olive oil, black seed oil. They've been around since biblical times, and they are taken to a completely different level with this technology that we have called XDS. Now, there's 44 ingredients added to that. What are they all doing? They're repairing your cells. Your cells need to be able to breathe better, let the good things in, let the toxins out, repair those cell walls, everything's cooking, okay? And then there's this renew brain and body, okay? A different way to regrow mitochondria with different effects coming from water-soluble ingredients plus some additional ingredients in it for your brain that we all need. Then there's that amazing topical gel, Rejuvenate. I use it several times a day. They haven't created it because he said no one had created anything to cure sunburn. He wanted to do that. He quickly found out that it goes way more beyond that. In addition to anything that affects your hair, scalp, or skin, bump, scratch, mold, you got a scar on you that's been on there too long, maybe a decade or more, put it on, watch it fade. But it doesn't stop there. Once again, it goes all the way to the bone. So
I've had scars that disappeared where I got spiked and had keloids from running track and doing hurdles.
Along with all the others. And what all of them doing together? All of them together, or in their own ways, be growing your mitochondria. You can put some of the Restore and Rejuvenate, for example, mix it up, put it on your eyes like I've done a couple times a day. Put it for some of it on a Q-tip, suck it in one nostril, close off the other, suck it in that one, and watch yourself breathe like you wish you could. Okay? So very versatile, very powerful, all rooted in what we grow in your mitochondria, so you can get back that youthful energy. Is any wonder that older people get sick more often than younger people do? They've lost a lot of mitochondria. Let's get yours back. Let's see what yours can do for you. Okay? For that, elbow name with the commercial.
Thank you, Roger. Listen, everybody, you get these incredible products at MoreMito.com, MoreMito.com, then a / Type in your username and hit enter. You're going to be at your website now. You know it's your site because your name is at the top of the page. So is your phone number. So is your email. Even your WhatsApp number, if you put that there. Listen, this is where you send people after you've initially told them what you know, what you've experienced, and what you've learned. Send them to your website. They're going to get a selection of testimonials to listen to. They're going to be able to click and read about the ingredients. All the ingredients are there, how XDS works, what it does. Get all the information. They can even look at the labels that are on the bottles. But most important, they can purchase from you. That's how they get it. They cannot buy from the company. They buy from you, and listen, they can take one more step, and it's a great step. They can join you. We've created a one-of-a-kind product line. You know that from what you've heard today. We created a one-of-a-kind company to support it. There's no cost to join MoreMito. There's no monthly fee to be here. The websites I just described, those are free. We don't charge for those either. And listen, we're here to support you getting the word out, and we're here to support the product getting out to the population to improve their lives. And we pay you. You don't have to participate in compensation, but we hope you do because it's pretty great. It's like nothing you've ever seen before. Once you're a verified member with us, we've checked your phone, we've checked your email, we've confirmed that you're a legitimate person. Listen, when people buy, we don't pay once a month or once a week or even once a day. Every time there's a purchase, your compensation is in your back office to utilize. If you're a referring customer with us, that's how most people join.
You can get discounts.
You've got MitoCash. It's internal money. Use it to buy product. Pay for your shipping. Send it to other people in the company. It's great for those outside the U.S. because they're purchasing product without worrying about any conversion fees on their currency versus U.S. currency. But you know what? You can upgrade to a paid rep. There's no charge. That's free as well. And if you upgrade in your back office to a paid rep, now you're getting cash. Send it to your bank through the ACH system we've got with Stripe connectivity. Security is critical. This is the most secure way to get it into your bank in the U.S. or outside the U.S. You can also send it to your PayPal account. Send it to your Venmo card. Listen, we've got stories, again, in the back office. Dan Wade's spouse was spending his commission off the Venmo card 10 minutes after a purchase happened.
10 minutes after.
We're here to make everything work logically, quickly, and securely. We've got a support staff. They work 10 hours a day, 6 days a week. Those phones get answered. If your phone call isn't answered, leave a message. Everybody's on the phone. You're going to get a call back. Nobody does it like we do, not even Amazon. We're here to support you if you need help with commissions, if you've got a question on the product, if you need help putting somebody in the company, whatever it is, if your upline can't answer it, we can. And all this has been done for one reason. Look, we did everything we can. We created a one-of-a-kind product line. It's not a question of the MoreMito stuff or this other stuff. Which one should I use? There is no other stuff. It's only the MoreMito line that does what we do. And we created a one-of-a-kind company to support it. No cost, no fees, no nickel and diming. We're not making money because you're here. We make money because you told somebody and they bought it and their life got better. So with everything we've done, there's a thing we can't do, and that's tell other people. You've got to tell the people around you this exists. You're surrounded by people with eyesight issues, blood pressure issues, blood sugar issues, diabetes issues. You got people getting shots in their eyes. I bet they'd like it to stop, like it did for Archbishop Vince McCall. You've got, gosh, there's just so much. Share what you know. You're the holder of a secret. Let the world know. Let us pay you. Let's change things. It's up to you. We're here to help you. Roger, if I left anything out, let
This
me
is
know.
the
I'm
change
going
you
to turn it
need.
back to you.
You did great, Dale. If you'd like more information about this topic or any other topic, in the back office under Share More Mito Info, new categories, things have been updated. There's a new document there that talks about how or which ingredients support the creation of new mitochondria, endogenous antioxidants, stem cells, telomeres, all that stuff is there. Studies, references, the whole 9 yards if you want to make it available to yourself. And if you don't have one, like I said, it's free to affiliate with whomever invited you. You got two choices here today. The first one is to give this technology a try. Put it together with your DNA, see what your body comes up with. Maybe you've got a specific health concern, or maybe you just want to be as healthy as possible for as long as possible. Either way, we know that more mitochondria can have an impact on that. And also, more people need to hear what you've been hearing today. The fact that every one of our health and wellness calls. So we've created a risk-free opportunity, as Dale was telling you. Cost you nothing to get involved with us or stay involved with us. So if what we're doing and how we're doing it resonates with you, if you like this idea of a company that keeps health on 100, hype on 0, okay, we got just results instead, then maybe you found your company. So get your questions answered, get back to the person involved. You call our customer service, do whatever you need to do. But affiliate with us and let's see what we can do together.
Customer service is 509
All right,
593
Star
3300.
5 on your phone. You know, I see folks got their hands up already. Let me get back over here to the panel so I can see it. The recording for this call will be up about 15 minutes or so after the call ends. The second part is going to be Q&A. If you can't stay for that and you affiliate with us, you'll be able to get a copy of it from your back office a little bit after the call ends. So again, star 5 on your phone or that.
And you can always go to the Health the Web Show with Stephanie. Go under the playlist and go under conference calls, and you can get it there where you can get a visual.
Right. A little bigger here. Okay, there we go. Oh, we got double digits already. It's racing up the board here, Dale.
Yes, we do.
We always have
Okay.
double digits.
All right.
People are want to know about their health.
How about? I just got Rev somewhere in PA. Number ends in 5006. I know who that is.
I have unmuted you. Go ahead with your question and give us your name again. Rev 5006.
Y'all, when y'all push star 5 to ask questions, be ready. Be listening when they call on you so that we can get your health questions answered and then get on to the next person and be respectful of each other's times, okay?
Are you there? Can you speak?
It's
lit up for a minute.
I can't pronounce that name. CATAS.
Sometimes people are muted and they forget to unmute and they're just talking, so you'll hear that some of that happen sometimes as well.
Okay.
Now we got you.
Are you talking to Rev or you went to the next person?
No, we're talking to you.
Oh, thank you. I didn't realize I still had it on mute. Okay.
Didn't I tell you?
I can be all over the place, so just stop me. Okay. I have questions about the membership. Every time I go to my website, it's asking me for the representative. I joined this years ago, and I don't remember who it was. And then I just got the products a few weeks ago. Okay. A whole lot of things concern me. I was born unhealthy, lived unhealthy all my life. And then
from my 40, I'm 74. I just turned 74 a few weeks ago. But from my 40s to now, I don't take medications, and I'm sick of going to the doctor and them telling me stuff and giving me stuff, and it's making me worse.
Mm-hmm.
However, the other day I was putting on my makeup, and I see all these like veins in my left eyeball, on the top of my left eyeball. Now, me being the crazy person that I can be, I wanted to put the drop in my eye, and then I thought, wait for the call, find out if that's even a good thing to do, because you're always doing something.
Yes, you can.
Is that a good
Several
thing to do?
of us do that.
Okay, it can be. Now let me just give you the whole spectrum of things that you can do. First of all, you're taking Restoring Brain and Body. Is that correct?
All of it, and I'm taking it more than what the directions say.
And that's fine.
Good.
You can never
good,
take too much, okay?
High-tech salad dressing, super safe. You can take as much as you want.
The more you
Okay?
take, the more results you get.
Now,
Okay?
so that's fine. And we had lots of people get lots of changes just with that. But as pertains to your eyes, you can also take that mixture of Restore and Rejuvenate, put a teaspoon or more in there, it'll turn orange, shake it up and close your eyes and put it on your eyelids. It will find its way into your eyes and into your brain that way, right? Now, the next level is you can actually take the drops and put them right in your eye. Now, if you do it with Restore, it is going to burn like heck, okay? But if you close your eyes quickly, it'll go away. If you're going to do that a lot, you might want to get you some of that Petlife because it's milder, because some of the ingredients like citric oils that make it a bit harsh.
Petlife is milder. Petlife is the Restore Oil minus citrus and whatever ingredients that pets can't have, and they just put a Petlife label on there, okay? It's safe for your eyes. It does not sting as much as this.
I don't know if you heard me, but I stopped going to the doctor. And I know that's ridiculous, and I know that I am. And I'll also add to this, I am a theologian, have been over 50 years, 7 different countries, moving miracles, except for that. Being a theologian, I don't like for people to mix up miracle from natural. And there's a lot of things in the Word that God lets you know, do this, like a merry heart does good like a medicine. Well, sure, yeah, and science today tells us, you know, anyway. However, I don't know when it started, but this knot above my navel, no, I've been sickly all my life. I was born sick. Listen, grown-ups always say that I should have died when I was born. Okay. But I don't know where this knot's coming from, where it started. What mitochondria thing do I need to do to see a difference?
So here's what you want to do. Take that Rejuvenate, as I said earlier, for your eyes. Put some Restore in it and rejuvenate that area that you're concerned about. Okay? Fatty tumor or something, whatever case may be, your body's already trying to fix it. More mitochondrial energy will just help it out, possibly accelerate the process. We just want to do that. And how long have you been on Mito at this point?
I think it just came up 2 weeks ago now.
Okay. If you notice anything at all.
Well, I live in a ridiculous situation. And so I try not to pay it any mind, because all the pastors groups I belong to, I'm 74, and most of them are a little older than me. And they're always complaining about what's wrong.
Come back to my question.
You got to get control of the call.
Any changes at all since you began using Mito? Speak to that question.
I don't know if that's it, but I noticed that my feet aren't as cold and tingly all the time. I mean, that's been decades, but
that's it. That's one of the things.
Okay, so
they're
now
still cold and they're still tingly, but not like it was.
Okay, let me respond. That's an improvement in your circulation. That's not unusual to see. Your body is waking up. It's starting to manage that inflammation that may have been slowing that down, and so now you got blood flow coming through. So that's the beginning of the healing process.
If you're dealing with that,
so
you need to get the
have
products.
To continue it. Okay, the way you're going. If you want to take more, you can do that. But specifically about that lump you're talking about, just add the Restore to Rejuvenate and massage it in several times a day, 4, 5, 6 times a day. It's not too many. Okay, that's what you got to do there. And then let's talk in a week or so, see where you are. You can call back into the call. You can call home office.
Allergies.
And you got an administrative issue we need to help you address. Give Dale your complete name, so we just got Rev here in the thing. We need to know how to look you up and connect you with whomever your upline should be. Okay? So tell us your name.
I'm pretty sure I joined as Rev Holmes because that's what I've done for 50 years. I don't ever use it.
Okay, well, all right. So HOMES?
Yes.
Is that how you spell it?
Yes.
Okay,
That's
Dan, you got the phone number?
Yep, I've got it all. Did a screenshot.
Okay, so the purpose of him asking that is because she mentioned that she had been in several years ago and purchasing the products, but she decided to purchase again and she created a new site, right? So what they need to do is go back and connect her to her original site so she's under the original person that originally told her about the products. So in other words, they're being fair, right? So if you forget, then there's ways that they can go in and pull the information because your website doesn't go away just because you stop ordering. That website is still there.
And it's a parasite or something. Do your legs,
Yeah. So just all you have to do is continue. All you have to do is continue. These are very typical results that you're telling us about. You just early in the process. Let it continue. Okay.
It sounds like she said she had parasites in her legs.
All right. Good having you on, Rev.
She definitely needs to call multiple times.
Let's talk to Marilyn. Let's talk to Marilyn, Morgantown, West Virginia, to call her ID says.
I am checking out for Marilyn. I got you. Marilyn, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question. Marilyn, ending in 4811.
Okay. Pardon me?
You there? Go ahead.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes. Continue.
Okay, great. Sorry. I just wanted to say two things. I do have a question, but I've been without the Rejuvenate and the Restore for about 3 months, just financial issues as somebody on Medicaid. And I just literally opened the box.
You just share with more people so you get more MoreMito butts so you get free product.
Re-up my supply of it. But I've got to say that it is, when you don't have it and you're not using it, it's a massive difference in how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm delighted to get it again. I also wanted to ask, when I first started this, which was back
stay on it.
2023,
study building your mitochondria.
I did not get involved with the, I don't know if we call it compensation program or, I'm not sure what the term is for
You can just be a customer. We love you just being a customer as well. You don't have to want to earn anything, but you have that option if you want to earn.
Back office?
Yeah, so let me tell you where. In your back office, there's a link that says compensation. Are you on your computer or on your phone?
I'm on my phone.
Okay, so on your phone, you'll see some 3 lines that'll say menu. Click that. It'll open up and show you the rest of the menu. And you go down there, about middle way, you'll see a plus sign in front of compensation. Click that plus sign. And that opens up and it'll show you the different compensation plan, compensation links, including compensation plan PDF. For example, you can go through, read that.
3 lines on here. You're gonna click the menu button with those 3 lines.
You hear me explaining the page. All right.
Now you have other options.
There's another link that you'll see. It'll be third from the bottom on your phone. It'll be a plus sign in front of that. It says share MoreMito info. Okay.
You go log into your back office, put your username and password.
Mobile information system that's there. The first one is the flyer. Click every link. Start with that first link. You'll see the flyer that's just
so now you see these options.
Click that button. You'll see the
mitochondria
story, playing the video, all of that. Go to the next
compensation
item. The next
over
item
here
is going to say
with the
share
plus.
Audios, videos, and docs. Click that.
Compensation.
Now you're going to be looking at 4 categories: people health, pet health. And what you can do when you click on one of those,
plan.
It'll come up and you can play it and listen to it. You can also, in the upper left-hand corner, use those icons to text it out right from your phone,
MoreMito information.
or Twitter, Facebook, or WhatsApp, so you can communicate with people all over using that. Now, when you go back to that main menu, because the top is going to say MoreMito library, and you'll see these categories: people have Dr. Hill. Click that. And you'll listen to a presentation that goes into the compensation plan, talks about that mobile marketing system and everything in that Zoom call we did like Tuesday before last. So that's there for you to take advantage of, and certainly you can contact customer service. But that's why we have it. We have this because we want to help people like you who need to earn more so that they can pay for their product and certainly help other people in the process. So we're delighted to respond to your interest in that area. Okay?
That's great. Thank you so much. Do appreciate it.
All right.
So Mr. Hill has thought of it, y'all. If you have financial issues, you can get free product
We just need to get
Yeah,
you out
I-
there.
by sharing it with others
Okay.
and getting the MoreMito bucks to get your free product.
that way, and I just have never pursued it. So I intend to do that now.
Excellent.
Ready, let's
Look
go.
forward to helping you. Stay blessed.
So here's the
Alright.
thing, guys. You share stuff about other things anyway, and those other companies don't pay you, right? Like me, I love Nike, right? So I may, get something for Nike, and I say, oh, well, hey, I got this. It was real cute, whatever, show it or whatever. Nike doesn't pay me anything, or you may do it with Reebok, Coach, you name it, right? I purchased all of those different things, and they didn't pay me a penny, okay? A penny. But guess what? When I'm sharing about this good health, right? The natural health, teaching people how to build their mitochondria up, well, guess what? This pays off. So this is where you want to be, okay?
Vertigo, diabetes, and high blood pressure. Where would I apply it?
Okay, you got a bundle or something. You got brain and body bundle. Is that what you ordered?
I ordered it yesterday.
Okay. So you're gonna have all the products there. You obviously gotta take them all. The oil and same instructions to you as to the lady before. When you go to the website on the product page, there's a PDF. You click on the link where you see the product mentioned, and you'll get PDF. There's also a link that says product details or something like that across the top. You can go there and you can see, you can read about each individual one, including the dosage instructions, which liters or a teaspoon not quite full of that
The
restoring
dosages
oil.
are on the back of the are on the bottles as well.
Rejuvenate, one early, one late, and you've got the Rejuvenate, which is the cream or gel. Put a little restore in there, mix it up, and put it wherever you need to. Okay. And and go and listen to any of those calls that we have. When you log in your back office, there is right in front of you the announcement section, and you can click and see the current announcement. But you can also click that link right below it that says click here to listen to previous calls, right? And you can go back and you can listen to the calls that are on blood pressure, on blood sugar, okay? Let me talk to that a little bit. You have high blood pressure, by the way, along with that. You have high blood pressure?
Yeah.
Okay. How high is your blood pressure again?
This morning it was 179 over 64.
Okay, so you got to look at this three ways. It's about how you exercise and how you supplement with us. Okay? How much exercise you getting?
I usually walk at night around the house.
Okay.
A lot.
Are you counting your steps? Or you just doing it by time?
94. I'm counting at 94. About 5.
Try to get as close to 1,000 steps a day as you can. Okay? Now, work yourself up to it if you're not
Exercise
strong
is
enough to
very
do that
important,
yet.
guys.
But you got to get it moving. You got to get your body circulating. Okay? And burn up
Get that
calories.
mobility back.
Send the positive signals, grow mitochondria, all of that stuff. So that's the exercise part. Do you have a blood pressure meter?
Yeah.
Okay, take your blood pressure every morning. You can take it all through the day otherwise, but take it in the morning because that's a good baseline location. And go in your back office, find that magic oatmeal. The call we did we've shown it a couple times, but it's underlined. Right there, click that, and click here to listen to previous calls. Go back and look at that. Because here's the deal. I had blood pressure of a teenager, and I got busy, holidays, Christmas eating, all of that. Hadn't taken my blood pressure in a long time. I could tell you what it was in 2017, 2018. That was my habit. I lost it. And just got lax, right? I take my blood pressure 150 over 90 plus. I started doing what I'm telling you. Yesterday morning, my blood pressure was 103 over 72. Today it's 104 over 72. Okay? So
he's telling you that sometimes you slip. He got extra busy, and his, it affected his blood pressure, but he got it back under control.
Around a salad, limit the carbohydrates, limit the sugar, all of that. Get on Mito to go back to your mitochondria. You'll feel a lot better. Everything's going to work better because you got more mitochondria to help it work better. And you can make this happen. You can bring this back and get healthier than you even thought you could be anytime soon. Okay?
Okay, I eat oatmeal every morning.
Yeah, but you need to follow those instructions. It tells you specifically steel cut oatmeal, for example. Scientists studied 83 foods and spices, etc. Okay? Some of them made it worse. 6 of them made it better. It will specifically tell you what they are and how to prepare them. Trust me, you're not preparing it like this. So listen to those doctors. Follow the advice of those scientists. I do it every day. It's made every kind of difference for me. Okay?
So we not only do we share with you all the products that you need to build your mitochondria, but we share with you other things that you need to do to be healthier. Isn't that awesome? That's why you need to be connected to us in Mito.
All right, Augustine. So there's two Augustine Turners. I thought that was another person, but hey, we make new friends all the time. Thank you.
Yes, we do.
Okay. Now we got Ambrose Spence on the line in Washington, D.C. Let's hear from Ambrose, whose interview we played this morning.
Yes.
Ambrose, are you there?
Ambrose Spence. Almost 1 year ago, I found out about MoreMito, Paula Evans, and Greg Spence. My doctor just told me, my urologist told me, I can't find anything wrong with you, Ambrose. So you're on my Zoom. Every 6 months, you're on my Zoom call. My eye doctor just told me I can't find anything. I'm still doing my push-ups.
That's 2 doctors.
I'm still doing my curls with my weights, and I'm still walking. 88 years old, MoreMito.
Study progressing because he did what? Build his mitochondria up, guys.
I just thank Greg Spence and Paula Evans for introducing me to MoreMito. It was just a pleasure
meeting you. Yeah, it was a pleasure meeting you in the hospital with Brenda Boyce affair there at the community college. So,
I hope I come back
you're
this year.
You're an inspiration to a lot of people. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Awesome. We get a joy hearing all this. I love it, love it, love it.
Okay, outstanding. How about Jerry in New York? Number ends in 0221.
All right, Jerry, I have unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Hello. How are you?
Hi. Good. Go right ahead.
I was on the Thursday night Zoom with Alexander, and I asked him a question he couldn't answer and asked me to ask you. What I wanted to know was, are there any testimonials, or do you know of anyone that has talked about how the product affects sickle cell anemia?
I don't have any reports from people with sickle cell anemia. So we're delighted to have you try it. I mean, I believe it will help you like it helps everybody else with everything else. I just don't have a specific interview that I've done with someone.
Meaning you just don't have any recorded. Because people share things with us all the time, but may not have shared it where it got recorded and stuff. So
have some sort of outside.
The general thing is that it really, restoring mitochondria really helps your immune system in every way. I mean, there was a time we didn't know that kids with autism and ADHD or with cerebral palsy or any of that stuff would be affected. They got on it, we found out. Okay? But I believe we'll find out something good about sickle cell as soon as we can get someone to try it.
Okay.
So if you're listening and you have sickle cell and you've been using the product, we'd love to have your testimonial because we need a testimonial. It would be great to have a testimonial on sickle cell. Or if you're becoming a new customer and you have sickle cell, let us know so we can hear how you are before and then your results after you got on what? MoreMito.
Tell us how to pronounce it. I've unmuted you. Go ahead.
4037.
I'm right here, Roger. Thank you, and Dale, for an excellent knowledge presentation, first of all. Now, I have a question regarding my wife. She has scoliosis. I'm wondering if there's a pain relief and then restoration of the spine to normal, anything we can use with the MoreMito, if you could recommend.
I'm sure that there's going to be a physical therapy component to it. I'm looking for Dr. Joy, D-Star 5, Dr. Joy. That's a physical thing with your back. There's an inflammatory component to it, as with all these conditions. You'll want to rejuvenate and massage that in along with taking the Restore and the brain and body internally. But you need to work with somebody who can tell you how to work with that. See, Dr. Joy? Okay, let's unmute her.
All right. Unmuted.
Dr. Joy, any advice for that gentleman's wife with scoliosis? Any physical manipulations you want to recommend?
I have to say yes, okay? In my history, there are things that can just soften your spine just enough. Then if you go to the chiropractor regularly, he can manipulate the curvature and realign it, and it could be normal again. I've talked to these people, put hands on these people. Been in classes who had curvature.
Okay.
So it's hope, and I really have seen sickle cells unsickled. I've had two clients, doctors took pictures, their cells unsickled. There is help, and all of the ingredients are in this formula. When I look at this formula, I see all that hope. All you got to do is take it.
Sickle cell, get on the MoreMito products ASAP.
Roger, how about the pain related? Would that be a benefit, combination of two ingredients?
Yeah, because we've had people with 24/7 pain having to take opiates, and they got pain relief.
I used to have 24/7 pain, y'all. I no longer have it because I got on the products.
It's just that you have to do this frequently. That's what most people miss. Is they'll put it on once or twice. No, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day is not too many because you've got to get control of it and get that, give your body the resources it needs to get that information. And it takes some diligence. Okay?
So guys, you have to remember that things didn't happen overnight. And so don't expect something to always work overnight. Some people have instant responses, right? But that don't mean that it has totally gotten there and done everything that it needs to do. And then some people may not notice a response instantly, right? Notice I say notice a response because it's in there working, it's in there building your mitochondria up, but you may not notice a response immediately. But when you actually build that mitochondria up, and that is what these products do, when you build your mitochondria up, whether you notice a difference or not, it's in there working, building your mitochondria up. So it's making a difference whether you notice or not. But some people will get off and, because they didn't notice something when it was already in there working. If you continue to take it, then you will notice a difference. So give it a try.
All of these products, but I haven't used any of the products because I wanted to get on today to see how to use them.
Okay, so let me say this to everybody. Those instructions on the website, I'm going to ask you a question, but, you can just read it, and it explains what they are.
They're on the bottles as well.
And I've said it on the call already, right? It's 4 milliliters of Restore, or a teaspoon, not quite full. Split it up, you'll do better. Capsules of 2, 1 early, 1 late. And then rejuvenate the area of concern frequently throughout the day with some Restore in it. The oil, shake it up. and that's how you start out.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see how it goes. In some cases, you need to take more. Okay. And then
I also have it on the Health and Wealth Show with
No.
Stephanie. You go in the playlist and you can see each ingredient, and we share on there how much you take as well.
Yeah, so tell me that again.
That's the pet light for the eyes.
Okay. Respect the pet life. So the key to pet life for me was hitting a target right. Like you gotta lean back, take that dropper, and let it drop right in the middle of your eye. It should hit your pupil so you see it like flowing over your eye like that bleeding commercial, whichever company has got the paint covering the world kind of thing. You gotta hold, but if you hold your head back, like I'm looking up at the ceiling right now, and put a single drop right in there, maybe follow up with another. But you gotta close your eyes immediately. That'll reduce the stinging. Then you go to the other eye, do the same thing. So doing
he's
it right
explaining
before you
with
go to bed is a
Restore.
good idea when you get up early. Anytime you got one, you can just lay back and close your eyes for a few minutes quickly. That'll minimize the stinging.
Right.
Okay? So that's where you want to do that.
Pet light doesn't sting, right? Pet light doesn't sting.
It doesn't sting as much. I mean,
Okay.
it's a fraction of what it is when you put that Restore in there. I might as well punch myself in the eye when you Restore is strong. Some people do it 2 or 3 times a day though with Pet Light. It doesn't deter them. It deters the
Some
heck
people
out
do
of me.
this because this is milder, putting it in their eyes.
I'm a big fan of Pet Light when it comes to putting it in your eyes.
Okay. Yeah,
All
2
right.
or 3 times a day. Okay.
Yeah. As often as you can take it.
You can put it in there as often as you can afford to put it in there, guys. You can never put too much because, again, this is considered a food. So what we're doing is we're building your mitochondria up. So, it just depends on what you can afford to do, or, how often you're telling other people so you can get your free MoreMito bucks so that you can order your products. But have an open mind. This is your health that you're dealing with, right? So have an open mind. So many people say, oh, well, I can't afford this and I can't afford that. So you put a price tag on your health, guys. Don't put a price tag on your health because you should love yourself enough to want to be as healthy as possible. I know I do.
So.
Okay. So again, the same thing. It's the frequency of putting it on. I mean, you got to do it.
Okay.
Like I said, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day is not too many. You may want to end up wanting some more Rejuvenate or get another bundle, and so you can increase the amount you're taking.
Okay. And for the alopecia in the hair, you just put it on it.
Alopecia is what she's trying to say.
Scalp or skin. Take that mixture, Restore, Rejuvenate, and
alopecia. Make sure you're mixing Restore oil into the Rejuvenate Gel.
Thank you.
1 dose of Restore oil in your Rejuvenate Gel. Shake it up. Put it on as many times a day as you can if you're experiencing that alopecia.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Steve Holzenmeyer in West Virginia.
Steve, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Okay, thank you. I got you. I have a question. I've only been using the products for maybe 3 months. No, 3 weeks, excuse me. 3 weeks. And I noticed something when I was taking a shower one day that I had this kind of like a swelling around my left elbow. It's kind of like a boil is trying to come out or something like that. I think it's a detox, but it's not causing any difficulty. It's just kind of weird. You ever had this coming out boil type things?
Well, I mean, there's nothing in it specifically for boys, but remember, what you're doing is you're feeding your body, right, this nutritional toolkit that your body already knows how to use. It's going to go to work and start doing stuff like you hear from other people. And detoxing is a part of it. It could be that that's coming from, or it could be random. Either way, just be rejuvenating it frequently throughout the day, with that mixture of Restore and Rejuvenate, and, you should be fine.
Okay, you mean topically?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, this is the topical, the Rejuvenate Gel.
I mean,
I started. Go ahead.
My would almost be just let it take its natural path and see if it actually dreams like a boy would normally do.
Yeah,
I mean,
I started using it on my face for razor bumps.
Mm-hmm.
And the hair would curl back in your skin. My skin got so much healthier, the razor bumps went away.
Mm-hmm.
So skin responds really well, and those things
barbers
that come up underneath your skin
use this when
up to including basal tumors.
when you're doing your customers' hair. You beauticians or those that have salons.
Thank you.
Our products are one of your best additions.
Okay, Susan Mason, Battle Creek, Michigan. I think the caller ID is saying.
All right, Susan, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Hill. I do have a question. I have two chiropractors. One is pregnant. They're husband and wife team. She has been diagnosed with cholestasis of pregnancy, as it is called. This is a condition where the bile duct gets clogged. And so the gallbladder is an issue. The poison spills back into the bloodstream. And she's in her third trimester. And of course, the baby's life potentially is at risk because it can cause a stillbirth. What would you say to using the products in regards to a condition like this for mom, which will affect the baby as well? Any of the products, what would you say of how to use it if it will be effective?
Feel free to consult your doctor on what you should or shouldn't take, but in general, this is food, right? It's food processed in a particular way for XDS technology, but it's food. And we've not seen any counterindications for women in general or pregnant women specifically. In fact, it should be pretty healthy for mom and baby.
I would think so too. Okay. Thank you so much.
Great question. So if you're
Also,
pregnant, get your
stuff
products.
for things like gallstones and opening of bile ducts and stuff, which we've had experience at around my house.
You said you have anything documented opening bile ducts that she can read?
No, I just told you just like I have a family member who had gallstones, and that's actually how we ended up with flaxseed oil in the formulation. We only had olive oil in the first generation. I talked to Bevan about it. He said get some flaxseed oil also. We did, and within days those gallstones were coming out. And I was trying it at that time too. I passed 2 kidney stones I didn't know I had. So you get healthier.
Absolutely. Okay. Thank you for sharing.
All right. How about Paul in Pomona, California, Dale?
Paul in Pomona, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Okay, it's not really a question. I wanted to chat a little bit, if I could, if it'd be okay, some of the subject of scoliosis, which I've had since I was a baby and a lifelong search of correcting it. And there's really not a whole lot out there, especially if you go medical approach. They basically just kind of want to put a titanium rod in you, which they didn't offer me when I was young. I wouldn't take it anyway. Or some physical therapy, which most physical therapists aren't really very versed on scoliosis. But there's a lot of issues with scoliosis, a lot of things that can create that kind of environment in the body. And one thing that the mitochondria would help with scoliosis is because you're creating an environment within the body to heal. Any kind of even a mechanical condition can occur in the body. A structural issue, should say, can occur within the body when the environment is not right. Disease only happens in a certain environment. If the environment is not there, manifest from that disease.
All right. Well, thank you for that comment, Paul. We appreciate it.
Okay, but if anybody wants to reach out to me on correcting scoliosis, it can be corrected on correcting mine. I'd be willing to help them out, but there's a lot you could do.
Okay, Paul, thank you for that. Okay, Helen Wilkins. We already talked to Helen, didn't we?
believe we did, yes.
Okay, Samara in Toronto. Let's put Helen's hand down.
Yep. Samara, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Yes, hello. I was very interested in knowing if we can use the restore oil with, like, for instant massage. I believe it could be possible, right?
Could you speak up a little bit? I'm having a challenge hearing you.
Yes, can you hear me? Oh, can you hear me?
I'll turn my volume up. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes, I wanted to ask you if you can use the restore oil as a infant massage oil, like how about could that help or no?
I can't think of a reason why not. But how old is his infant? You know what I mean? Is this a normal?
Like 8 months.
Infant?
Yeah, normal, but like just as a preventative, or maybe just to help them. They're using this product. Could that be possible?
You can try. I mean, it's healthy food. I would think it would be okay. Just be cautious with it.
I've used it on all my grandkids. My Casey, if you go on the Health Web show with Stephanie, you'll see where I used it on him when he was about a week old. When my daughters were gone to Vegas and he was gassy. His other grandmother brought him to me and he was gassy. So it helped him with his gas as well as, and you see me actually giving it to him on the video. It helped with his gas as well as help him sleep better.
I'm just thinking it'll just help open up because it's a growing baby, right? So it'll maybe help them. Maybe if you're noticing something in their development or something, then you can use this oil for them.
I don't know. I wouldn't put it in infant's eye. Okay? I wouldn't.
Not around the arm. Okay.
On the skin places, and sparingly, you can experiment with that. I wouldn't be putting it in his eye.
No eye, but on the skin, like just infant massage, like just a small amount. But that's okay on the skin.
Yeah, if you feel like there's like a rash or something there, maybe you can try that. Okay?
Okay.
So guys, as I just shared that, I used it on my grandson Casey. One of the things my daughter said when she got back, she called me when she got back to Houston. She was like, "Mom, I don't know what you did, but this is the best sleep I ever had. Since Casey's been born, because she was getting up with him every 2 hours better after I gave him some of the restore oil."
He's not there, Roger.
Okay, well, she'll be back. Let's go talk to Brenda and John in Benton Harbor, Michigan.
All right, Brenda and John, I've unmuted you. Go ahead.
Good afternoon. I just wanted to say how much my husband and I have appreciated the MoreMito because right away we got results from it. And so we've been sharing with our friends and family. But there's
the results.
Few that wanted to know more about it and what it entailed and what ingredients it was. Was it well, let's see, what was it? What was their question? But anyway, they had a lot of questions because one is working with clients, and wants to give this to them, but wants to make sure it's a certain way, maybe non-GMO or third-party tested, or she has all those kind of questions. I really
have them call customer service, okay, and we can have a long conversation with them.
Oh well, okay, all right. She wanted me to ask. Okay. All right.
She needs to talk directly. Well, that's what we're here for. Let's just tell her to pick up the phone and call. Okay?
Okay. I'll do that. Thank you.
All right. All right.
Thank you, Brenda. Great question.
Okay. Did we do Connie and Daryl Huff in Baltimore? I don't think so. We haven't heard from
We did not.
Connie and Daryl Huff. Baltimore.
Connie, I've unmuted you. Connie and Daryl, go ahead with your question. Connie and Daryl, I have unmuted you. Are you there? Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
They must not be there.
All right.
I'm here.
Okay, go ahead.
She was there.
Bring them back.
Okay, Connie, I brought you back. Go ahead.
How is this a parasite detox also too?
Yes, we get lots of results from people. It's very hostile towards parasites. They have a tendency to run for the nearest exit, like your face, your nose, your ear. You have all those kinds of reports.
Start getting on MoreMito, those parasites just run. They got to come out.
Worms and whatever's in there.
Makes my nose itch thinking
whatever's in
about it.
there. I mean,
Okay.
you can get a rash. You know, this whole detox process is really amazing because who does the parasite cleans on a regular basis? But yet when you take this stuff, it's so inherently anti-parasitic with the black seed and the olive oil and other ingredients in there. And then remember, when we're delivering, let's call it nutritional care packages to your healthy cells, it's delivering bombs to pathogens and parasites. Okay. So that's why. And if you want to go and share MoreMito info, there's a category that says parasites. You can go click that and then listen to all the parasite stories.
Okay. On 2 calls ago, a person said that you put the Restore in your mouth and gargle with it. That you're supposed to swallow. Yeah, you're supposed to swallow.
I do it every day.
She said, right. She said that this person was doing it and is having parasites out of their mouth.
Yeah,
so
that sounds like a good thing to me.
Yeah, so you just spit it out. You don't swallow it in, right? That's what she was asking.
Okay, if you know that you got a mouthful of parasites, I spit them out.
Yeah. Okay.
Common sense, y'all. Come on.
All right. I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you. Thank you again as usual, brother.
Yeah,
right.
get those parasites out of you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Just to be sure, should I spit it out?
Yeah, spit the parasites out.
That's that brain and body going to work. I should probably spit this out. Yes, you should.
Thank you, Daryl. Okay. How about Joyce Green?
All right, Joyce. In Texas. I've unmuted you. Go ahead, Joyce.
Hello,
Joyce, you don't hear me. There you are.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, go right ahead.
Hi, everyone. Hello. I first want to give thanks to God for blessing me to hear about this technology. And I thank him for you, Roger Hill, Dr. Bevan, Dale. The entire team is just awesome. Roger, Dr. Hill, Roger takes time out with everyone. You talk to one of my cousins the other day, Ruben Augustine Turner is my cousin also. You just take the time and explain this. And it's all about helping people. And I just love how you all love on people and are giving back to people. It's not even about the money. And I'm just so excited. I'm going to give a quick testimony. I have so many. I'm going to cut it short, I promise. But this technology has tremendously blessed my life. It has blessed my 92-year-old mom, my brother, myself, and others I've shared it with. I tell you, I was diagnosed with severe knee pain. And remember, I said I was diagnosed with because I don't claim nothing. I don't accept nothing. They diagnosed me with it. And now, and I was looking at a knee replacement. Now my knee, my cartilage is back. My doctor, my
review orders are going through the roof, and we're here to get the product to you. So share the message. You truly have a phenomenal secret, and you actually owe it to people to let them know they can make their own decision, but let them know the knowledge. Give them what you know. Send them to your website. And anything we can do to support you, that's why we're here. Call the number. It's at the bottom of your website. And let's keep this thing going. You're doing fantastic.
So, guys, was that not an awesome conference call, right? Did you get a lot of health knowledge? I know I did. I took a lot of notes on my computer. And this is how I learn over and over and over again because, I know the things that my body has, but guess what? I don't have a lot of the things that they were talking about. I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have diabetes, cancer and all that. Well, I say I don't have cancer, but y'all, we get cancer multiple times a day. It's just our body is strong enough to fight it off. And then, sometimes when your body is not strong enough, when your mitochondria is not strong enough to fight it off, and then that's when you go to a doctor, you may get the diagnosis of cancer, right? But when your body's strong enough to fight it out, you don't even know it. A lot of you probably never knew that you were getting cancer so often because your body was strong enough to fight it out. Okay. So y'all heard us talking about the pets a lot. So here are the 2 products. If you have pets, here are the 2 products that we give the pets. The Petlife and the Rejuvenate Gel. Straight Rejuvenate Gel. You heard us talking about mixing the Restore Oil in the Rejuvenate Gel. If you have mixed some of the Restore Oil in the Rejuvenate Gel, don't put that on your pets. But you can use the Petlife because all Pet Life is Restore All minus the ingredients that the pets can't have. They remove the ingredients that the pets can't have and slapped a Pet Life label on the bottle. Okay, so that's why this is safe for humans as well, because you heard us talking about, oh, you take it and put it in your eyes. This is milder if you put it in your eyes to help your eyesight than Restore All, because remember, Restore All has citrus and other ingredients in there, and citrus, like you ever peeled an orange and it popped in your eye. Okay, now you got to know how it stings. That's why this stings. The Restore All stings some when you go in your eye with your eyes open. Now, if you close your eyes, after you close your eyes, then the oxygen, is not getting in there, and the stinging will stop. So that's why a lot of people use the Restore All to put in their eyes, because they want to get the full effect that you can with all the ingredients that's in Restore All, because a Pet Life has some of the ingredients taken out, which makes it milder, right? But for you, you pet lovers, you want to give your pets Pet Life, and you can rub the Rejuvenate Gel on them, straight Rejuvenate Gel on them. So these two products for your pets, okay? Now, all the humans, then this is what you want. You want the Brain and Body Bundle, right? The Brain and Body Bundle includes Brain and Body, which is the Brain and Body capsules, Renew Brain and Body. The dosage is 2 capsules a day. When you get your bundle, this Brain and Body capsule, it has 60 in there. There's 2 a day. Okay. Sometimes if you take the Brain and Body and it seems like it's too strong, it wasn't like that for my body, but we have some people like Mr. Hill, the CEO, Mr. Roger Hill. It was a little too strong for his body. So what did he do? He scaled back some. So started taking 1 capsule for a few days, right? So your body can get used to it. And then he upped it back to 2, and then he's doing fine. So if you see that anything is too strong, then you just scale it back a little bit, and then bring it back up. Okay. So the Brain and Body bundle, the Brain and Body, there's 60 capsules. That's a 30-day supply, because a regular dosage is 2 a day. Okay. And you don't have to take them 2 at one time. You may want to take 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, or 2 in the morning, 2 at lunchtime. You decide how you want to do that. Then it also has in the Renew Brain and Body bundle, the Restore All. The Restore All, it comes with a dropper in it. With the dropper, it actually has lines on it. So if you can see the lines on it now, the top line is 1 milliliter. So the regular dose for the Restore All is 4 milliliters. So that's 4 of the droppers filled to here. Okay, 4 droppers. Or if you just want to take a teaspoon, put the drops in the teaspoon of the Restore All, is a teaspoon almost full. Okay, that's the regular dosage. Now, when you hear us talking about the Rejuvenate Gel is great by itself, but we've had people that mix some of the Restore All in the Rejuvenate Gel, which makes it even more potent. You know why? Because you have the regular ingredients that already comes in the Rejuvenate Gel, but then the 44 ingredients that's in the Restore All are now mixed in there, so it makes it even more potent, right? So you can take either the 4 drops and put in the Restore All, or take a teaspoon almost full, put it in the not in the Restore All, the Rejuvenate Gel. Once you put it in the Rejuvenate Gel, then you'll put the top back on it, and then you're gonna shake it up, and it'll go from being like a white color to a burnt orange color, because the Restore All is kind of a burnt orange color, right? So once you shake it up real good, then now you have those 44 ingredients that are in Restore All mixed in with the ingredients that's that's in the Rejuvenate Gel, right? And then you use that. So again, the Brain and Body bundle consists of the Renew Brain and Body Renew Brain and Body capsules, the Restore All, and the Rejuvenate Gel. Okay. You heard them talking about the eyes. I'm just going to reiterate a few things. When you hear them talking about the eyes, this is what I did to help change my eyesight. Okay. Now, understand, everybody's body is different, but I begin to hear people saying, and I was using straight Rejuvenate Gel at that time. We didn't even know about mixing the Restore All in at that time. So now you get even quicker, faster results, right? Some of you can. Okay, depends on your body. Remember, everybody's body is different. But I would take the Rejuvenate Gel and I would just rub it around my eyes multiple times a day, because I heard several people saying how they had problems with their eyes, And some of them wore glasses. I remember Robert, he has a mechanic shop in Dallas, saying that he would always have to put his glasses on to read the VIN numbers on the vehicles, right? And so he had been taking the products, and all of a sudden one day he realized, wait a minute, I've been reading these VIN numbers and I did not put my glasses on. Well, he had great results from using the Rejuvenate Gel, right? So I had began because I heard multiple people saying that their eyesight got better, right? And they either wasn't wearing the glasses, some of them eyesight had gone to 20/20, etc., right? So I was like, okay, I know mine may take a little bit longer because I have stigmatism, right? So with me having stigmatism, my results were not as quick as theirs, but I would put it on multiple times a day, right? And I did get results. Now, my results may have come quicker if I had put it on even more than what I did, but I did put it on several times a day, right? So the more times you put it on, the better your results can be. So you can never use too much. But finally, one of the times I went to renew my driver's license, and the lady, she was saying, doesn't look like you've ever had another test done on your eyes. She said, would you like to do a test? I said, well, absolutely. Did the test, and she was like, I see no reason why you should have this restriction on there because you were able to go read several down, right? Well, I know before I could do that, right? The only thing I've done different since, having that original eye test for my driver's license is being on the products. That's the only thing that I've done different. And my eyesight has improved, right? Has gotten better. Same thing with going to the doctors. So if y'all see these medications back there, these are just some of the medications that I was on. Okay, I was on. Doctors had me on 18 to 20 different medications, right? And I was living my life in pain. They told me I would live my life in pain for the rest of my life, right? I do not live my life in pain. Do I look like I'm in pain? I'm not in pain because I actually prayed in December 2015 after going to a neurologist, and the neurologist telling me that two of those medications that the doctors had me on, they were over medicating me. Now I couldn't multitask at the time. I was having a problem, and I had always been one that was a multitasker, right? So I was telling her I can't multitask, explaining kind of how my body was. So she told me that two of those medications that the doctors had me on for my migraines, I was on several medications, right? I lived my life in pain with migraines for many, many years. I learned to tolerate a whole lot of pain because of my migraines. When my pain would get to the point where I couldn't tolerate it anymore, I would go to the hospital. They would give me a shot. When they gave me that shot, it would bring it back down to where I can tolerate that. Imagine living a life like that. That is what I lived for many, many years, okay? Until I got introduced to the products. But in December 2015, when that neurologist told me that two of those medications was taking my migraine away, immediately giving back to me and causing depression. I didn't even know for all this time I had been depressed, right? So it was causing depression from the medication, y'all. So y'all that are trusting these doctors with everything, you have to do your own research. I prayed. I took the initiative when this was presented to me, and I stepped out, and this is what helped to change my life. So but anyway, but when she told me that, she also told me, she said, well, I had to put you on another medication, right? So you're going to add more to my pharmacies. Y'all see, I had a pharmacy, right? Because I had so many pills. You're going to add another pill to my pharmacy before I could come off these other two. And she told me I had to go through a detox, right? My first response to that was, I have to go through a detox? I say, so you mean like Ray Charles had to go through? Y'all, the first thing that came to my mind when I was at the neurologist appointment was, remember seeing Jamie Foxx play Ray Charles, and he, was going through a detox trying to come off those drugs. And mind you that those drugs were different. They weren't medication. Those were what, I don't know if you call them street drugs or whatever, but anyway, they were a different type of drugs, right? But anytime that you're coming off of a drug, whether it's a street drug, medication, you name it, your body, can go through a detox. And they told me that they need, they normally put people in the hospital. At that time, being a single parent, didn't have anybody else to get my child to school. I told them I couldn't go in the hospital. So I just prayed, and I was able, thank God, that I was able to come through that, without having to go into the hospital, right? But, again, just that experience. But I prayed to God that day while I was in the neurologist's office and asked God could he please send me something where I don't have to take all this medication. That was in December 2015. By December 31st, the same year, I received a call, and one of my friends told me about the Rejuvenate Gel. Rejuvenate Gel is what broke my migraines. Okay? The Rejuvenate Gel, straight Rejuvenate Gel, because we didn't even have the Restore Oil at that time. The straight Rejuvenate Gel broke my migraines. y'all. When I tell you, I called it a miracle, miracle in the jar, because nothing else was breaking my migraines. Okay. And as a matter of fact, when it broke it, I was like, is my mind playing tricks on me? I told my friend, let me try this another day so I can make sure it's doing what it seems like it's doing. The very next day, same thing happened. So when it took my migraine, I said, okay, I'm sold. Because I had been living a year. I had been living my years in pain, right? They told me I was going to live the rest of my life in pain. This is what the doctors told me, right? So again, doctors don't know everything. They are human, okay? I took the initiative and I took the chance on listening to what my friend shared, because he said, I know you be in a lot of pain. And I took that initiative, and then I did some more research as well, right? And used the products. And now, at that point, it helped my migraines, right? So let me also share this. So I was also going to the doctor for allergies, right? Terrible allergies. Y'all probably saw me hit my nose a couple of times. Least little thing was set my allergies off, right? So I was on allergy eye drops, allergy pills, the nasal spray. I was going to get shot in both arms 3 times a week, right? I would keep different creams on me and everything, because if I go out, sometimes, I'll just have that breakout, right? And so my allergist did not know what was causing. I kept the journals, and each time I had a breakout, I was always in a different setting. Nothing was the same. So that allergist could not figure it out. So his result was, I'm gonna send you to a dermatologist because it must be something in your blood. Let me translate that. I don't know what's wrong with you. So I'm sending you to another doctor. Okay. So I started going to a dermatologist. And when I went to a dermatologist, the dermatologist couldn't figure it out. So his result was, well, the pills that they had me on for my allergies, I'm going to prescribe you enough pills so that every time that you have a breakout, you can take a pill. That was not the answer to the solution as to why my allergies were so bad, right? I wanted the answer so that I can, not have all these breakouts, right? But again, another doctor that did not know why my allergies were so bad and what was causing those breakouts. So again, y'all, that's 2 doctors that did not know what was going on with me, right? So this is why I say I personally know doctors don't know anything, don't know everything. Okay. So again, his suggestion was, okay, well, not his suggestion. That's what he did. He prescribed me more pills so that I would always have enough pills to take anytime I had a breakout. Y'all, when y'all are taking this medication, that's like putting a Band-Aid on. It's not building your mitochondria up, right? So what we're showing you is how to build your mitochondria up so your body can fix itself, because your body already knows how to fix itself. That's the way God designed our body, okay? So but from dealing with the allergies, one day I was washing dishes, and like I said, Lisa thing brings me out, right? So I was washing dishes and my hands started to itch. So something in the water caused me to have a reaction, right? Pull my hands out, I had the hives, and everything. The Rejuvenate Gel was actually on the counter, right? So the Rejuvenate Gel was on the counter. I'm talking to myself saying, well, I probably should, just go on and take that little miracle in a bottle and put on there, and that'll probably help it. But I'm laughing and joking, talk to myself. I'm sure some of you all do that same thing, right? But I'm on my way to the other room to go do what? To get those pills, right? So I'm on my way to go get some pills, to help me with my allergies, right? So before I got to the other room to get those pills, I noticed my hands weren't itching as much. I looked down and the hives were going away. So even though I was laughing and joking about putting that Rejuvenate Gel, that miracle cream on, right, it was actually working. So guess what? I did not take whatever pill that was that they had for my allergies at that time. I did not take that pill that day. Because I noticed that the itching was going away and the hives were going away, right? So there was no need for me in my mind to take that pill, right? So now at this point, the Rejuvenate Gel helped me with my migraines, pain, helped me with my allergies, right? Then from that, guys, when I wasn't in as much pain because of the products were helping me, people started asking me, well, Stephanie, what are you doing different? Because you're starting to smile more. You don't look like you're in as much pain. Because when you're in pain, people notice that you're in pain. They know how you are. And when they see a difference, then they started asking questions. Now, mind you guys, I wasn't looking to do anything else. I was doing a radio show and a TV show on domestic violence each week. I was on every Thursday. I was on the radio show doing, speaking on domestic violence. And 2 times a week, I was in the TV station in Dallas doing the TV show on domestic violence, right? And so, and then I had other things. I was very involved in my church. My, kids are involved in different activities. So, my daughter was very involved. So I had a full life of, constantly going, doing different activities. I was also a motivational speaker at the time as well. So going, to speaking events and etc. So I had a whole lot going on in my life, right? This right here just kind of fell in my lap, okay? Because when people started asking me, well, what are you doing different? Of course, I just told them, right? Just like I said earlier, okay, so when, what do? We share things about Nike. We share things about Coach. We share things about, you name it. Might be a builder that you're interested in buying a house for, or a builder that you bought a house from, right? But those people are not paying you anything, right? So when people asked me what I was doing, I told them I'm using the products, right? And so when I shared with them that I was using product, then they was like, oh, well, I have this. Some of them might say I have high blood pressure, I have diabetes, I have shoulder pain, you name it. I had no idea these people had all these different health issues going on, or health ailments going on, right? So when they began to share that, and then they told me, oh, I need some of that. I need to try some of that you're doing. Let me see if it's going to do for me what it's doing for you. Absolutely. We give you a free customer website, right? So this is why I say we love our customers, right? I love all my customers. Thank you for being customer, right? And so when they begin to order, some of them I helped do their website, like if they were older or they, weren't computer savvy, then I helped them, do their websites, right? Well, when they ordered their products, you know what happened? I ended up getting more Mito bucks, right? Well, when those more Mito bucks in my back office, one day I went in there and I don't remember whether I was helping somebody else do an order or whatever, or was just checking my back office, and I saw that I had enough to order my bundle, right? So guess what? That was a great feeling when I didn't have to go in there and pay, the full price for my own bundle, right? That was awesome, y'all. So I was able to order it for free by using my MoreMito bucks. So that was one of the things that Mr. Hill built into MoreMito for us to be able to do, because we know not everybody is in a financial situation where they can just come out their pocket with. I've had people that I have helped. Like one lady, she was like, well, I really need it. I don't have the money. So I was like, okay, make me a list of 30 people, right? When she made that list of 30 people and we started calling those people that day, we were doing 3-way calls. We were calling people, and she would do it. She knew how to do it on Facebook where you can add people in. So she had to show me how to do that as well. But it was a lot of fun because as we were studying talking to people, she would study adding people. She's like, oh, add this person, add that person. By the end of the day, we had over 100 some people on her list. But after we had talked to multiple people and 5 people had ordered their bundle, right? When 5 people had ordered that bundle, she had enough money in her MoreMito bucks in her back office where she could order her bundle, right? Do y'all see all that? Word of mouth, okay? You're doing it for all these other companies. They're not paying you anything. Why not do it to help your body get healthier by build your mitochondria up, right? So again, that's why we say we love our customers. Every customer counts for me, okay? Whether you're buying a bundle, whether sometimes you buy a bundle, you may need something else because you may be using something multiple times a day. A lot of people are using the Restore Oil multiple times a day. This is a 30-day supply. One bottle is, right? So if you're using it multiple times a day, say for instance you're using it 2 times a day, then you got to have a bundle. That's 2 bundles because you're going to use 2 bottles of this 3 times a day, 3 bottles, and so on, right? So anyway, it was just a great joy to be able to get your products for free, show other people how to get their products for free, right? You can make as much money as you want to. Somebody mentioned to me, oh, I heard you say the other day that you just gave yourself a raise. I did, because I had talked to some more people. We did their orders, right? And I went from one level to another level. I chose to give myself a raise, right? So you can choose to give yourself a raise. I know when I was in corporate America, I didn't control when I got a raise, right? Per se. I may have worked real hard and I may have deserved a raise, but guess what? You don't always get a raise. Corporate America is not always fair, right? Well, guess what? Now I'm in control as to when I get a raise because I can talk to more people, share it with more people, put it on, several social media sites, you name it. And the more people I talk to, the more customers I have, the higher I'm going to go up and the more money I can make, right? Or the more Mito bucks you can get, because you don't have to, take change to paid representative and get money. You can stay a referred customer and get as much more Mito bucks as you want, right? So it's up to you as what you want to do, okay? So we are here to help you in whichever way you decide. We just hope that everybody under the sound of my voice decides to become a customer and take your health serious, so that you can get your mitochondria build up. So again, you go get your brain and body bundle number one. At least right now, it's the brain and body bundle number one. Sometimes they do change it, but it consists again of the Renew Brain and Body, the capsules, the Restore Oil, and the Rejuvenate Gel. So I'm gonna give my number out again. Oh, let me also mention about the pets, because we have a lot of pet lovers. Because of my allergies, I don't do pets, but I do like pets, but I don't do them because I have real bad allergies. So, but the Petlife and the Rejuvenate Gel is what you can use on your pets. So so y'all heard them talking about fitness. So if you have kids, if you're into fitness, if you're trying to get your fitness better, your mobility, if you're a coach, and you're trying to get your team better, right? Then you need to get your team, your family members on the products, because you heard the testimonies today of how their strength and stamina got better, and so they were able to perform better. We have several testimonials on that. So if your team is not doing as well as you want them to, get them on the products, right? Share these episodes with them. If you have like race horses, we had Dr. Boswell where he was talking about at first the race horses weren't winning, right? Got them on the product. Remember, you're gonna get them on the pet products, right? Got them on the products, and now those horses are winning horses, right? And MoreMito is getting their own horse so that they can have some of those great results, and you can be a part of that too. You can donate towards that. So several of us are doing that. So again, if somebody else referred you, you want to get back with the person that referred you. But if not, then you want to go to https:// MoreMito MoreMito.com/joining joining/S Alford SALFORD /2. That is the website that will take you straight to the referring customer page. Reason why we do the referring customer, you get discounts. If you just come in as a regular customer, you do not get discounts. You get to pay full price, but you get the results from building your mitochondria up. But most people want discounts, right? So you get your discounts by being a referring customer, and you can share with others, and you can get your, more Mito bucks to, where you can get your free products, and you can also share it with other people, and they can, you can become a paid representative, and other people become paid representative, and you can benefit off that as well by being a referring customer. So it's up to you. You have several choices of what you do, right? But if somebody else referred you, again, get back with that person that referred you. If you need to text me, my number is 817-320-2571. Again, 817-320-2571. I'm going to give y'all a second number because I have had so many problems with AT&T. I'm trying to get my service switched from them, but having problems with that as well. So if you cannot reach me on that number, then you can try 817-382-2124. Again, that's 817-382-2124, because I don't want you to miss out on, getting your questions answered, us, helping you to become a customer. We're serious. We want to help as many people as possible build their mitochondria up. If you were not listening before, again, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of your cells. It is where your cells get that energy. It's that energy component of the mitochondria, right? So God created our bodies. When your mitochondria is strong, your body can fix itself from anything, okay? Anything. So people constantly come to us, will it help with high blood pressure? Will it help with diabetes? Will it help with HIV, AIDS? Will it help with being blind? Will it help with not being able to walk? You name it. It doesn't make a difference what the condition is. Build your mitochondria up and see what your body can do, because your body knows how to fix itself. God designed it where it knows how to fix itself. So it doesn't make a difference what it is. Stop listening to there's no cure for this, there's no cure for that. Build your mitochondria up. So we're not in the curing business. What we do is we're in the mitochondria business. We're a nutraceutical company. We help you build your mitochondria up. And when you build your mitochondria up, then your body knows how to fix itself from anything. So this is what we do. We build your mitochondria up with these natural products. and your body knows how to fix itself. So I look forward to, seeing how many of you join as a customer. Let me welcome you to MoreMito, and, welcome you to taking your health serious and building your health up. And I look forward to hearing testimonies from you of how you were feeling before, what you had going on before, and what you have going on now. So everybody have a wonderful one. And again, I look forward to hear your testimonies. Have a blessed one, kings and queens.